For my game, I decided to make a sequel to a game I had previously made in Scratch, called Astroid Rage. The plot of Astroid Rage 2 is that your ship is badly damaged and you made a crash landing in a hostile space station, and you now have to fight your way out and fix your ship so you can escape. The first level was made as a tutorial, letting the player get accustomed to the jumping controls, fight a couple of enemies, and understand the plot. It's to the point, and it's the shortest level there is. It's also the only level with multiple environments in mind, such as the space station itself and the outside showing that you're on a moon. To guide the player in the right direction, I used coins that looked like fuel to show them where to jump and when to fall if they couldn't see the bottom. The second level is when the game really begins. It starts out inside the main structure of the station with more complicated and dangerous platforming. After the first platforming section, the player unlocks the double jump, with a checkpoint telling the player exactly what they unlocked. I also gave the player an extra heart to deal with the increased difficulty. In order to continue the level, I made a platform that can only be reached with the double jump, so that the player has to learn the mechanic before continuing so that they don't fumble and die. This is also when I introduced more enemy types and blocked doors. To unlock the first door, the player simply needs to defeat the big enemy guarding it, but they need another key to unlock the second door, so they have to explore the platforms above them in order to find the second key. Here the player's platforming and combat skills are tested, as they must defeat a giant bug while making sure they don't fall into the spikes below. This part was difficult to design, as the enemy would just fly away or jump down to the abyss and softlock the player. So, to deal with this, I made an arena that I otherwise would not have made. I was forced to get creative with this level, and I feel it made it all the better. The next part of the level has you going through multiple platforming sections with enemies shooting at you from afar, so you have to dodge attacks and do platforming. And this then leads to a heavily fortified section of the station with new enemy types and multiple ways of going through this part of the level to give the player more options. This leads to the last level, where you finally fix your ship, letting you fly around at high speeds. This level was made as a final break for the exit, inspired by the Warthog run in Halo 3 and by some of the work of my fellow classmates like Ruben. The player must first defeat multiple sections of enemies, dodging obstacles, and later both at the same time. I personally really like the lava fall section near the end, as it feels like a grandiose way to end the level. But before it's over, there's a final boss with its 3 minions. With lava at the bottom and limited platforms to rest on, the player must carefully dodge enemy attacks and strike at the right time to take down the boss and his minions. Once the boss is dead, the player gets the key and escapes the station and beats the game.